Hello, and thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a lovely afternoon. This will be a general, collective, intuitive reading for entertainment. I don't offer personal readings. Again, this is for a collective. Some, all, or none of this will resonate for you. Could be for someone in your environment. However, the only information that I want to see is going to be for those who consent to the viewing of the message or for the delivery of the message. As always, protection from the Most High and His agents are requested. Thank you. I have no particular message in mind. This message is from the divine. I am only the messenger. I am not the message. Bottom of the deck, we have the sun, possibly Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North Node, South Node. This has something to do with this. If not, this is about brighter days ahead, brighter days than most recently, perhaps brighter than the last 8 months, or this is something about August, or the number 8 in general, or 8 people. Should I say and or 8 people? All of that, possibly. Thank you for joining me. If this resonates, please like. If you like the way that I read or think that it brings some sort of value to the highest good of the world, I would greatly appreciate a like. If you don't want to do that, you certainly have free will, and I don't hate you for it. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Wands in reverse. A couple of more shuffles, please. And we're getting to it because there's definitely a lot of movement. Bottom of the deck again is the sun. Again, not kidding. There you go. This is very important to this message right now. This is someone who has a connection with all that is. I'm speaking to a collective that has tremendous capacity for bringing together all that is and flowers that such can bring. This is solo something, one group, one person who works with opportunities that are of the light specifically. In fact, this is very much about working with divinity. Okay, let's go. A lot of groupings that are coming out these days. We have the Knight of Swords, the Devil, and Death in reverse. Scorpio Capricorn energy. Interestingly enough, we've got a situation where the camera is not really focusing very well for some reason. Maybe there has been distortion. Let's just see if we can bring that into view. Knight of Swords, Devil, and Death. Reverse. That up. Really wish that would clear up for you. And just see if there's anything here contributing to that. Give me a moment. Okay, I think that we are back. Hopefully you can see that better now. Couple of different things, different scenarios, possibility. We have a situation where the deities are in conflict. We are talking about the Grim Reaper not being an agent of the devil or a dark force. There is the possibility that someone is very ill here after a period of time in which an individual, an excitable entity an entity on the material plane was excited about bringing bad intentions through spying, gross invasion of privacy, miscommunication, possibly very actively, very intensely engaging in exploring legal opportunities to cause problems and bad outcomes, unfavorable outcomes. There's a possibility this is either resumed and or continued. Possibly the number 8 again means something. It's also possible that there are talented people in the Defense Department who are aware of what is going on and are monitoring the very people or persons who've been engaging in this nefarious scheme. And on the board, we have heavy Capricorn Scorpio energy. This is the possibility that someone was trying to really create some very significant end for the collective in which I'm reading. possession, unlawful detainment, illegal imprisonment, abuse, these are some of the things I am seeing in my mind's eye, in addition to what I previously reported as ill intentions. This is falling on the floor like this, just like that. That is the Six of Wands. Got some fire. A lot of fire on the board. This is about basically someone who hates you for some reason. Perhaps they are possessed by the devil. Judgment in reverse. Whew. That is really interesting. We are, man, that is like looking at me. There is the all-seeing. The all-seeing. War and famine will result from the kind of intentions, systems of behavior. War and famine will be imposed from the all-seeing, specifically because of agents of the devil. There's a lot of intimidation that has slowed down victory from moving away from this. Intimidation. This is the level of intimidation in which you have captured and detained an angel just to see how they will respond. Human experimentation. I have to admit, I am freaking out a little bit here at what I am noticing that I have never seen in this card before. Okay. Now my viewpoint, physical viewpoint, is a little bit different because I am standing. I have moved away from the cards. The imposition of war and famine and monitoring for how people behave when they are unlawfully imprisoned, specifically angels, earth angels, a lot of manipulation to do this. Extreme deprivation, gross violation of human rights, very intense. It's making me very tired. Very, very tired. The imposition of gross human rights violations on specific earth angels and or healers, agents of humanity and peace and love. Even experimentation of that with the imposition of intimidation, unlawful imprisonment, and systematic dehumanization. I hope I am making perfect sense here. I feel this all over. Someone is continuing to monitor you while they impose this. This is absolutely filthy intention. I'd like to now point out there is the possibility of the sun who is aware, which we know the sun is aware. I said that early on. There are people who know what's going on, and there is a possibility there are individuals and or groups of individuals that are positioned to draw out the devil for the purpose of capturing the devil. Oftentimes people equate death and the devil together, or the death and the devil card as equivalent. They're not. The Grim Reaper is not the devil. Grim Reaper is not the devil. This is a very sacred job. Very sacred job, and it's lonely when you've got such an important job. It can be heartbreaking, even when you have something so important to do and other people don't understand it, or they mislabel it for their own gain, or because of their ignorance, or just their distortions. Talking to some very powerful collective now throughout this reading. We are talking about possibly demigods. I know that this feels really blasphemous to certain sectors. And maybe that's because they are atheist, agnostic, and or closed off, because the spiritual workers don't have easy jobs. Their purpose isn't easy, but it is highest good for the Most High. Okay, let's get some additional messages, and See where we're going from here. Additional messages and or ooh, slippery. Additional messages and or advice for the collective of spiritual workers who are in their purpose of the highest good. I just want to make sure you can see this really well. You see that? Let me see what you see. Can you see that there? Look up close. This is a profoundly pivotal point in the history of the universe. Continues to be the case. Saturn and Jupiter and some of the other planets who take an extremely long time to come back around, that maybe it's been multiple hundreds of years since they've been in specific placements. That was, let me say, was that December, January, something like that, 2023. So 223 might mean something, and the number 7. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. No kidding, that's what I was just saying. Wheel of Fortune, exactly. And we do have Phoenix rising. We have divine wisdom at play. Divine wisdom and Phoenix rising are at the top of the wheel, with earthly deities at the bottom. Leo is in charge, or the sacred, something very sacred is in charge, so to speak. What's another word to say that? Like, helps to move the wheel. The sun helps move the wheel. Bottom of the deck is Wheel of Fortune again. Okay, let's go. Additional messages, please, and or advice for the collective with whom I am reading. Thank you very much. Lovely High Priestess in the upright. Pisces energy. Absolutely, this is the balance between good and evil, light and the dark, yin and yang, the pillars of integrity within the spiritual realm. This is far beyond the earthly plane. This is not just Earth or even the Milky Way, dear. Do you understand? Two of Swords with the Empress. Should have paid more attention how those came out so I can lay them exactly right. And this is Aries, Libra energy, possibly Virgo. This is the divine feminine. This is Venus, Jupiter, This is the Divine Mother. There are decisions to make. I want you to think about, if you've not ever read the book, oh crap, what was it? Dune, D-U-N-E, because I am thinking about the House of Atreides right now. I am thinking about the Witching Way. I am thinking about when, I can't remember what that role that person had. I want to say it was Divine Mother. She had a dark side to her, and it was a little bit about withstanding pain and testing Paul. So if you've never read Dune, man, it's like one of my favorite books ever. And this is also really speaking to me, like if you have distortions in thinking about the Grim Reaper, there is a wonderful book called Bearing an Hourglass by Pierce Anthony. Just lovely. Just lovely. I have lots of compassion and empathy for the Grim Reaper. Queen of Swords and the Emperor cutting the deck. It's a decision to be made, protection even, that is going on in the heart. Looking at the heart, not through the eyes, because that is truly more vulnerable to distortion. Straight for the bottom now. We had a fumble here. Let's see. We have the Seven of Pentacles. I said earlier, 7 and the number 223 were really relevant. Somehow, maybe getting like Leo again. Leo, specifically Sun sign Leo. This is the work. Spiritual workers doing their work. Or is this other work? What's happening? Some more messages? Yeah. The Chariot in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse. There are people in the midst who do not love you. They do not want you to move forward. They don't care that you're a spiritual worker. It doesn't matter to them because they are agents of the devil. This right now has a lot to do with family, specifically mother energy, possibly a father, and a truth teller who is extremely intuitive with a whole lot of divine purpose that perhaps they don't even comprehend. I asked for additional messages. We've received that. I had also asked if there was advice. And I think as a spiritual worker, it's important for you to remember there are people on the physical plane here who really don't, it's beyond not caring or understanding. It's about like clinging to misunderstanding and additionally wanting to prevent you, stop you from doing your spiritual work. And there's the decision to be made around that. I do believe that is the decision to make around your spiritual family, your soul tribe. I hope that this has been helpful to you. I thank you for joining me. And until next time I see you, namaste. Oh no.